Out here moving some firewood for my grandma for the winter, stacking it in the garage. My little brother. I come out here every year and do it. When it comes to my grandma, I'll do anything. I drop everything. Just do anything she might need out here, especially since she's getting older and comes out here. I'm 30 years old. I got started doing MMA when I was younger. My family all kind of did something. My uncle was a martial artist. My other uncle, he did kickboxing. Grew up just fighting in the backyard or in the bedroom, or was, a bunch of friends, and I got picked on a lot kind of growing up through school, and kind of turned a new leaf for me to where I started fighting a lot. One day I was chilling in the living room watching UFC with my dad, and kind of looked at him and was like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do this, and been sticking with it ever since I was 17, and I'm going to do it until I can't.
Cutting out cookies, milk at night, the beers, that's like the first to go. All the good stuff that makes your heart happy. And then a lot of greens, a lot of fruits, a shit ton of protein, everything that's not so great.
I'm so impressed with my grandson. I just am mesmerized by all that he puts into this venture of his. He's just so dedicated and makes me proud. Makes me very proud. And that it's turned out to be such a good, decent human being. Not just a man, just a decent human being. And he's come a long ways in his life. It just
I think Chris Rios has a good work ethic. He's always at the gym. He's always running, always posting on his social media about the run or what workout he did that day. So when I first met Chris, he was more of a striker. He's always had really good hands, and he's really transformed from being just a striker into a good grappler too. He's got his purple belt now, and he's moving really good, and his wrestling is getting a lot better, and his cage work, and he blends it really well with his striking. He's definitely earned it, and he's gonna go out there and prove it. I think that he's ready to be the top guy.
Can you get under me? Simplest way to learn how pressure going out. So he's gonna now I'm here.
At CSF right now, just working some drills before we do some wide rolling.
So I grew up with EJ basically the last 14 years. A lot of people probably don't know that, but I've been with EJ from our other gym, so I've watched him go. He's not the most technical guy on the ground, but he is a savage. He can pretty much hang with anybody, and he's also a tough son of a bitch when it comes to the ground. I would say his skill level is a purple belt, especially in MMA type of style. Don't expect him to do flying triangles, but he knows EJ's kind of crazy. So, but other than that, the styles kind of match up. What we've learned at other gyms is, ground and pound kind of negates a lot of the jiu-jitsu. So, we're planning on seeing what happens there. I think it's going to be fireworks. I think it's going to be a lot wilder than anybody expects it. I think it's going to be a pretty fun fight. I think it's going to push those guys to the limit and see if they really want to go pro.
So when I did 45 degrees the other day, it was too much for my head going in. I had to hop out after 5 seconds. So I looked to Wim Hof, and he's kind of the guru of this, right? He's the one who's made it super popular, and he's the guy, when you read his book, he's don't put your head underneath, but that's what he did when he first started developing his Wim Hof method. So I'm I want to try putting my head underneath as well. I'm not gonna dump the whole back, because that's brain freeze right there, just waiting to happen. I like getting all the way to the bottom. I think a big thing is your nervous system. When you go into the cold, I think it spikes you into fight or flight, and those are the exact same things that you get when you're in the match. So to tap into that now, you know, and control it with your breathing and not get overwhelmed. Like a lot of people, they'll like hop in this and then like hop out. But if you actually have like, if you develop this as a skill, you could actually control your nervous system through your breath. So if you don't like freak out, and of course it's going to take time and to develop that skill, but I think you can control your body's temperature and you can control your nervous system. So that's super important for like those anxious feelings during the match, and then even just with like recovery and stuff too, speeding it up. You know, like the faster you recover, the more work you can get in throughout the day. Take it all in. Feet and hands are the hardest part. So we're gonna do one dunk with this temperature, and then I'm gonna try to add the ice and do it again. Yeah, the big thing too is like your immune system. Like the cold really can help improve like your immune system and stuff like that. So right now, a lot of people would be like shivering, like but over time, like you can like just control that. You can control your temperature and like regulate how calm you are. So
At my brother Tyler's house, he's my best friend. He became a brother to me. He helped me through a lot, growing over the last 10 years or so that we've been friends. He helped me. He was there for me when me and my kid's mom split up, and through all that and the court and everything, and we just came real close and friends. We met training at Reno Academy years ago and just became best friends from there, and led into a brothership pretty much. So gonna get some good circuit training in the cul-de-sac here at his house. 50 pounds or so, like 50, 60 pounds. I'll do sprints from this line, mailbox, and I'll do battle ropes, tire flips, sledgehammer slams. When the drive of what could happen, what I want to happen, that mental push that if I don't make it to the end of my goal of my set of what I want, where I want to be at, I'm not going to get where I want. I'm not going to get what I want. I'll literally talk shit to myself and tell myself I'm a little bitch. I'm going to get my ass whooped if I don't make it to the end of this. I'll push and push and push further and further until I get where I want to be. Tonight, I'm going to push myself harder than I've ever pushed myself. I want this more than I've ever wanted it. I'm excited. I can't wait. It's all I think about morning, night. I wake up thinking about it, I go to sleep thinking about it. I'm at work all day working, thinking about it. Literally on my mind 24/7.